Good afternoon. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series of The Week That Was, College Football's History and Review, the 1955 college football season. Now I'll continue with week number 3, week 3 and week 5. I'm going to do 2 weeks and keep it moving. Okay, now October 1st, 1955, that's the week I'm going to be talking about. Before that, it was September 30th on a Friday where Southern California, the number 9 team in the country, beat Texas 19-7. As well-balanced number 9 Trojans outfought Willing, Texas in first ever contest between traditional powers. USC went 76 yards to score on its opening possession. Sharp passing quarterback Jimmy Contrado pulled down ball and sprinted to first down at the Texas 37-yard line to set up fullback Gordon Duvall's 5-yard touchdown burst in the first quarter. Sub-fullback C.R. Roberts followed with 9-yard touchdown explosion with pitch out in the second quarter. Longhorns quarterback Joe Clements was knocked woozy in the first quarter, but sub-quarterback Dick Miller threw efficiently on third quarter drive with 3 completions, leading to halfback Walter Fondren's touchdown run that sliced margin to 13-7. In fourth quarter, Contrado was trapped, a zip lateral to halfback Don Hickman, who raced 16 yards to Texas' 24-yard line. Duval iced the game with brilliant 25-yard tackle breaking touchdown maneuver with screen pass. Next in this top 20 matchup, number 6 Army defeated number 18 Penn State by a score of 35-6 as the former All-American Army end Don Hollander swarmed to new quarterback duties by guiding 4 touchdown marches after Penn State turnovers. Hollander passed sparingly and poorly, but connected for 8-yard touchdown on fourth down to end Don Satterfield in first quarter. This opening score was made possible by field position gained through Cadets guard Stan Slater's 15-yard sack, fullback Vin Barter's 55-yard punt, and halfback Tony Munger's 19-yard punt return to Penn State 10-yard line. Ace Lions halfback Lenny Moore was held to 65 yards rushing, but scored on a 12-yard run in third quarter on Penn State's only trip inside Army 35-yard line all day. Barter tallied in second and fourth quarter, and in between, late in second quarter, Army halfback Pat Ubell carried three times for 21 yards. Carried the ball 3 times for 21 yards with his final run going for 2-yard touchdown and a 21-0 halftime edge. Next, the Clemson Tigers beat the Georgia Bulldogs by a score of 26-7 as the Sterling Tigers held Bulldogs to -1 yard offense in first half on way to first win over Georgia in 41 years. Clemson quarterback Don King hit his first 5 passes, finished 10 for 20 for 180 yards, and 31-yard touchdown to halfback Joe Palil. George Palil. Tigers fullback Billy Odell scored twice on short plunges, his second touchdown coming late in third quarter for 19-0 lead. The Bulldogs recovered fumble at Clemson 30-yard line in fourth quarter and scored in 3 fast plays. Touchdown coming on a 9-yard pass from quarterback Dick Young to end Lanier Roberts, but shortly thereafter, Young threw again from deep in his territory. The Tigers defensive end Walt Laraway dropped off defensive line to snare interception at the 5-yard line of Georgia and simply stepped across for the final touchdown. Player fisticuffs soon erupted when Clemson halfback Frank Griffith was pushed out of bounds by a swarm of Bulldog tacklers. Post-game fights that included approximately 1,000 fans who charged field were quelled by playing of national anthem by both school bands. A shutout was performed by Duke over Tennessee. Number 16 Duke shut out Tennessee by a score of 21-0. Volunteer sub tailback defensive back Bobby Gordon passed Duke quarterback Sonny Jurgensen and blur of bright orange as latter returned punt to Blue Devils 45-yard line late in scoreless first quarter. Being belted seemed to stun Jurgensen into sharp throwing. Jurgensen clicked on 19 yards, passed to halfback Bob Pascal and Ed Post, and Pascal scored in last minute of the second quarter. Tennessee blew 2 early chances as sharp passes of tailback Johnny Majors frequently were dropped. Biggest Butterfinger felony came on end Roger Urbano's drop in end zone in first quarter. Late in third quarter, Little Hat Duke halfback Bernie Blaney slip tackle and Volunteers wingback defensive back Bob Hibbert to race to 80-yard touchdown. Pascal scored again in the fourth quarter to make it 21-0. Vanderbilt beat Alabama 21-6 as the Commodores spotted Crimson Tide 6-0 lead in the first quarter as Alabama quarterback Albert Elmore's pitched 5-yard touchdown pass to halfback Bill Hollis to finish off 80-yard drive. Vandy went up 7-6 midway in the second quarter. Halfback Charlie Horton scored on a 44-yard mad dash and end kicker Earl Jalufka nailed extra point. Amazingly, Alabama's squad was late coming out for receipt of second half kickoff, and after delay penalty, fullback kicker Don Hunt pinned tied at 3-yard line. Commodores took over at tied 38-yard line after Bama's punt out, and quarterback Don Orr squeezed over for touchdown for 1-yard line after Vandy guard Larry Frank recovered fumble at tied 27-yard line. Halfback Buddy Stack also tallied short touchdown run in second half as Vanderbilt enjoyed 5-2-1 streak dating back to 1947 against surprisingly inept Crimson Tide. Michigan, the number 2 team in the country, beat Michigan State by a score of 14-7, and the in-state war would serve as Big Ten keynote until November as 97,239 turned out on brilliant autumn afternoon. Michigan halfback defensive back Tony Branoff set up 7-0 lead with 37-yard interception return. Underdog Spartans slowly wrestled control, blanketing Wolverines' offense and sending fullback Jerry Punotis, who had 69 yards rushing, and halfback Clarence Peaks, who had 68 yards rushing on key gains. So Michigan State made first down at the Michigan 6-yard line in the last minute of the first half. But halfback defensive back Terry Barr made 2 crucial tackles, 3-yard loss for halfback Walt Karabsik to 7-yard line on third down and cut down of quarterback Earl Morrow's sweep at the 3-yard line. The 3-yard line on fourth down. So I'm going to continue on with week number 5, October 5th. I don't have October 8th to talk about, but I have October 15th to discuss 1955, the week that was. On Tennessee shut out Alabama and Birmingham 20-0. Tennessee beat Alabama and Birmingham 20-0. En route to the darkest season in its history, Alabama lost 7 straight contests. Alabama's Frank Lincoln left its office with having scored only 13 points in the last 9 games, dating back to mid-1954. And not helping was its continued Butterfinger play. Crimson Tide lost 3 fumbles, 15 for the season so far. Tireless Tennessee tailback Johnny Majors overcame arm injury to pitch 8-yard touchdown pass to end Roger Urbano in 9th play of second quarter. So Alabama had excellent chance to tie at 7-7 before halftime, but quarterback Albert Elmore lost fumble at Volunteers 4-yard line. So on opening play of fourth quarter, Majors swept for 2-yard touchdown after Tide lost fumble at own 19-yard line. So last bright moment for Bama was blocked extra point by center linebacker Newt Rodney Christian late in game after Volunteers fullback Lon Hosburn scored on a 1-yard dive. Tie was a result of this game between Iowa and Purdue 2020 as a hopeful between Iowa and Purdue 2020 in a draw. Hopeful Hawkeyes sought to right their seasons of flight and found themselves in a dogfight with high-wire active Purdue. Boilermakers top-notch quarterback Lynn Dawson made all his team's points as he threw 3 scores, kicked 2 conversions, recovered fumble that led to score for 13-13 tie in the third quarter after Dawson's 14-yard touchdown pass to halfback Jim Whitmer late in the first quarter. Iowa's offense switched to single wing early in the second quarter and powered 76 to 6 yards to fullback Roger Weigman's 33-yard touchdown run after halfback Eddie Vincent raced 13 yards. So Hawks quickly made it 13-7 as guard Calvin Jones charged in to throw Dawson for loss and fumble at 13-yard line. An ancient Buck lateral pass from quarterback Kenny Pleon to end Jim Freeman worked for touchdown. While fourth quarter opened with Iowa quarterback Jerry Reicheld Bell short pass to Wiggins going all the way to 6 yard line. Boilermakers halfback defensive back Eric Barnes charged in on next play to intercept pitch out. It appeared touchdown bound until pursuing Rachel clipped Barnes' ankle at Iowa 44-yard line. So Hawkeyes held at own 24-yard line, and Reichel hit in Jim Gibbons with pass that looked like 61-yard touchdown until Barnes was flagged down. Barnes flagged down Gibbons at 4-yard line. Reichel then swept left for touchdown and 20-13 edge. Iowa later lost fumble at the Purdue 22-yard line, and Dawson cranked up, passing on for 6 for 10, 68 yards on final drive. And Steve Kernicki caught Dawson's touchdown pass with 4 seconds left, and kicker Dawson booted tying point. Michigan State beat Notre Dame 21-7 as Hertel unscored upon Notre Dame allowed 3 short touchdown punches by Michigan State fullback Jerry Panutis, quarterback Earl Morrow, and tailback Clarence Peaks. Notre Dame had looked good early with 7-7 halftime tie on quarterback Paul Horney's 40-yard touchdown pass to halfback Jim Morris. Fullback defensive back Panutis got game-winning touchdown and made fumble recovery to set up clincher for the Spartans, whose domination vaulted them into the national limelight. There isn't any team we feel prouder about than beating than Notre Dame, admitted Michigan State coach Duffy Daugherty as he accepted a ceremonial game trophy from Notre Dame coach Terry Brennan. Ohio State lost to Duke 20-14. With hostile capacity crowd looking on, Duke got into immediate trouble as halfback punter Bob Pascal's punt was blocked by Ohio State center Ken Vargo. Despite losing fumble at Devils' 6-yard line, the Buckeyes cruised to 14-0 second quarter lead on halfback Jim Roseborough's 44-yard touchdown sweep and halfback Howard Cassidy's 38-yard punt touchdown return. But Ohio never saw Blues territory again. Pascal's 5-yard touchdown toss to halfback mate Bernie Blaney with 1 second left before halftime swayed tied for Blue Devils. Buckeyes coach Woody Hayes claimed after the word that Blaney's knee touched before he crossed the goal line. And referring to officials who walked away after the decision, Hayes said a guy who changed his mind has no guts and has no business officiating. Pascal scored to tie it in the third quarter. And quarterback Johnny Jerkerson capped 17-play round drive with fourth quarter clinching touchdown. So Duke won it by feeding Buckeyes their own ground assault medicine. Colorado beat Kansas State 34-13. Game plan of Kansas State called for quarterback Bob Whitehead to pick on Bison pass defense, but when Whitehead went out and with groin injury on game's first snap, Wildcats had to adjust with quarterback Dick Corbin. They regrouped on second series for 31 yards, fourth down, touchdown sprint with pitch out by halfback Ralph Pfeiffer. That touchdown put K-State ahead 7-0 in the first quarter. So first time all season, Colorado had trailed. Buffaloes responded with 64-yard touchdown drive to blocking back Sam Mathis' short scoring plunge. K-State preserved halftime tied with stop of Buffalo's fullback John Bayat just inches short of goal line on last play of the first half. Tailback Homer Jenkins idled as ball carrier because of leg injury, played only opening third quarter series for Colorado, but sparked go-ahead touchdown. He zoomed 41-yard around in and scored on a 4-yard plunge for a 14-7 lead with 5 minutes played in the third quarter. Buffalo's reserve players added 3 more touchdowns in the third quarter, in the second half, in a grand display of superior depth. Oklahoma defeated Kansas 44-6. On their first possession, Jayhawks made mistake of steaming downfield 71 yards on 8 hard-hitting runs to fullback Dick Wright's 7-yard touchdown run. Agitated Sooners halfback Tommy McDonald stormed through to block extra point kick and winning for 23rd straight time. Oklahoma soon made short work to have 18-6 halftime edge. Halfback McDonald fueled 67-yard trip on 8 plays with 33-yard halfback pass to end John Bell and turned in for 10-yard touchdown to tie it at 6-6. McDonald later raced 46 yards to pay dirt as sub halfback Carl Dodd swung wide for 4-yard touchdown at end of the 45-yard march. OU led 12-7 at end of the first quarter. Fullback linebacker Dennett Morris stole 2 interceptions, scored on a 47-yard return, with OU regulars clearing for the sideline. Third-string quarterback Bill Stern passed for a 36-yard touchdown pass to halfback Bob Derrick in late going. Texas A&M defeated Texas Christian by a score of 19-16 as Texas A&M coach Bear Bryant served notice on unbeaten number 7 Frogs that lowly Aggies had completed the turnaround from 1-9 ledger of 1954. Aggies halfback Don Watson caught 20-yard touchdown catch from quarterback Jimmy Wright in second quarter for 6-3 halftime edge. An explosively quick line led by former Kentucky guard Jim Stanley, who followed Bryant to A&M trap block TCU line for 21-yard touchdown run by sub halfback Bill Dendy in third quarter, and winning 51-yard touchdown sprint by Watson in fourth quarter. Purple Frogs' brightest moments came in third quarter when they took a 16-12 lead. TCU quarterback Chuck Curtis pitched 7-yard touchdown pass to end Brian Ingram, and exciting halfback Jim Swink popped out of Powell to leg 6 yards to score. Referee Cliff Shaw told coaches later that it was hardest hitting, cleanest game he had ever worked. Referee Cliff Shaw told coaches later that it was the hardest hitting, cleanest game he ever worked. Southern Methodist shut out Rice 20-0. As Owls, preseason praise for Southwest Crown were blanketed for first time since 1952. Rice threatened early, flying to Southern Methodist 13-yard line as Owls fullback defensive back Jerry Hall made interception when he returned to Mustangs' 22-yard line. From 13-yard line, quarterback King Hill looked to end zone, but SMU defensive end Willard Duvall dropped off line to make interception to end Rice's only mincing move of game. Big SMU quarterback John Roach broke 0-0 tie in second quarter with 82-yard punt touchdown return on which Nary single hand landed on him. Ahead 7-0 late in the third quarter, points went up 14-0 as Roach hit in Jim Robinson twice and passed 4 yards to halfback Lon Slaughter for a touchdown. So SMU's 54-yard touchdown trip late in the fourth quarter was launched by an interception by halfback defensive back John Marshall, and his third interception this time by halfback defensive back David Mitchell rung down curtain on Rice. Next, UCLA defeated Stanford 21-13. As determined to avenge UCLA's 72-0 slaughter of 1954, Stanford tapped quarterback John Brody to create 2 third-quarter touchdowns. Earlier, UCLA had breezed to the 21-0 lead, scoring on each of their first quarter possessions as tailback Sam Brown sparked attack as stand-in for tailback Ronnie Knox out with bad shoulder. UCLA fullback Bob Davenport scored from 3-yard line. Brown threw 59-yard touchdown pass to end John Smith and second teamers. Tailback Doug Bradley and blocking back Bruce Ballard collaborated on 18-yard touchdown pass. So Bruins nearly attained 4th touchdown, but Indians end defensive end Gary Van Golder and defensive back Bill Burgett halted Brown 1 foot from goal line on the last play of the first half. Stanford was a different team in the second half, so Brody threw 12-yard pass to halfback Jerry Angove as prime play of 66-yard touchdown drive in third quarter. Brody again passed Stanford into position for halfback Jerry McMillan 18-yard touchdown sweep. Game ended with Indians at UCLA 4-yard line. Bruins gained 203 yards to Stanford's 281 yards. And finally, Baylor beat Washington by a score of 13-7. With coach John Sherberg and quarterback Sandy Liederman feuding over Phil Jones' playing time, number 12 Washington saw its undefeated early season begin to fall into utter collapse, rife with dissension. Sherberg suspended Liederman just 1 hour before game time. Still emotional, Huskies forced visitors into a slow start and grabbed a 7-0 lead on sneak by new quarterback Steve Wark, former end, but third-string Baylor quarterback Bobby Jones gave the Bears tying touchdown with 4 seconds left in the first half and led 15-play, 68-yard crunching touchdown march off second half kickoff. Winning Baylor touchdown came when Jones flipped 6-yard pass to end Henry Grimminger. It was dominance of Bears line in the third quarter, which turned the result permanently in their favor. So that concludes a look at the week that was for October 15th, 1955, and October 1st, 1955. But the AP poll as of October 17th, 1955 had Michigan at number 1, followed by number 2 Maryland, number 3 Oklahoma, number 4 Navy, number 5 Duke, number 6 Michigan State, number 7 UCLA, number 8 West Virginia, number 9 Auburn, number 10 Southern California, number 11 Notre Dame, number 12 Texas A&M, number 13 Georgia Tech, number 14 Colorado, number 15 Wisconsin, number 16 Baylor, number 17 Boston College, number 18 Texas Christian, and number 19 Yale, and number 20 Holy Cross. So that concludes a look at the week that was for the 2 weeks that I just talked about, October 1st, as well as October 1st of 1955, as well as October 15th of 1955. This is the week that was college football's history and review, the 1955 college football season. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll do a video tomorrow regarding this part series. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.